West.
Flag.
Oh, there it is. Oh, I'm sorry. Heavenly Father, we come to you today asking for your guidance, wisdom, and support as we begin this meeting. Help us to engage in meaningful discussion and nurture the bonds of community. Fill us with your grace, Lord God. On this day, we especially thank you for Eastonian Larry Holmes, who yesterday celebrated 48th anniversary of defeating Ken Norton to become the heavyweight champion of the world, putting Easton on the map and St. Anthony Youth Center as well. On that night, July 9th, 1978, downtown Easton was a sea of people with horns blaring as Easton celebrated Larry's accomplishment. We thank you, Father, for the many things and blessings you have bestowed on our city and our residents. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Yeah, over on the table. On the entrance. Oh, please. No, I would have said that. Fire.
Not for me.
Okay. Mr. Brown?
Here.
Mrs. Hartranft-Pinninger?
Here.
Mr. Pinnabone?
Here.
Mrs. Rose? Here. Mr. Graziano?
Here.
Mrs. Hartranft-Pinninger?
Here.
Mayor Panto?
I'm here.
Mrs. Zonda?
No.
Ms. Zonda Dennis? Here. Okay. I didn't go.
We'll have the approval of the agenda.
Move to approve. Second.
Moved and approved, seconded. Any discussion? Any additions or deletions? Roll call.
Ms. Zonda Brown? Dennis? Sorry.
Hello, honey.
I'm This is a meet and greet, all right?
I'm sorry.
Ms. Zonda Dennis, yes. Mr. Pinnabone?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose? Aye. Mr. Graziano?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartranft-Pinninger?
Aye.
Mayor Panto?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Here.
Action on minutes of May 27th meeting.
Second.
Any additions, deletions, or corrections? Roll call, Madam Clerk.
Mr. Pinnabone?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose? Aye. Mr. Graziano?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartranft-Pinninger?
Aye.
Mayor Panto?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Zonda Dennis?
Aye.
And we have right now, public comment on agenda items only, but there will be another time at the end of the meeting when you have agenda items, it doesn't have to be on the agenda. Any comments or concerns or questions about the city of Easton?
Right now?
No, agenda items only.
Agenda
Oh,
items
okay,
only.
I'm sorry. I apologize.
No problem. At the end of the meeting, we'll come back to you.
Thank you.
Is there any public comment? Seeing no public comment, we'll go into the consent agenda, Madam Clerk. There's no consent agenda tonight, so we'll move right on to reports received by council. I'll go to Councilmember Brown for Finance
No
Committee.
report, Mayor.
Councilmember Pinnabone for Economic Development.
Thank you, Mayor. Over the last 2 weeks, the department completed architectural projects, projection strategy for the 250th celebration. We are expecting themed projections to begin around the end of the month. Completed tentative tiered vendor for fee structure, I'm sorry, I left my glasses. Fee structure for forthcoming fee ordinance amendments presented at the council meeting last night. They participated in several meetings surrounding finalization of a grant agreement for Easton Iron and Metal. Grants awarded: Lehigh Valley Greenways mini grant, Easton Cemetery trail repaving for $20,000, and we also applied to Lehigh Valley Chamber of Commerce Main Street Award for the Marquee Annex activation for $2,000, and we closed the Safe Streets for All SS4A plan creation for $120,000. Mayor, that's all I have.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Pinnabone? Move on to Planning and Codes Committee. Councilmember Rose.
Thank you, Mayor. Just a quick data center ordinance update. I spoke with Mr. Tillman before this meeting. He and his team are finalizing. Yes. Data center ordinance update. I spoke with Mr. Tillman, the Director of Planning and Codes, before the meeting. He and his team are finalizing some of the zoning updates next month at their meeting. I also hosted 2 EPA ribbon cuttings for new businesses in Easton, SS Pension Consultants on North Second Street, and Love Struck Salon on, SS Pension Consultants is on North Third Street, and Love Struck Salon on North Second Street. I also attended, the Easton Pride event on Sunday, and, 2 weekends ago, the Hispanic Center of the Lehigh Valley's Gala. That's all I have.
Thank you, Councilman Rose. Councilman Graziano, Public Safety.
I have no reports tonight, Mayor.
Okay, Councilman Zonda Dennis, Public Works.
Thank you, Mayor. On Sunday, June 7th, I was pleased to be able to volunteer to help set up Easton Pride. And I also this week met with the Director of Public Works to have an in-depth discussion about parking in West Ward and possible solutions. So that's an ongoing initiative, and we'll be hearing more about that later.
Okay, Councilman Hartranft Pinninger, Administration Committee.
No report.
Report of Solicitor, Mr. Vargas.
Nothing to report.
Thank you. Report of the Mayor. I just want to mention that we did receive $1.2 million in grants to secure and acquire the property that is privately owned. Newer folks are going out to West Easton and over to New Jersey. We had a press conference this week, we announced that. We also have a fire graduation, we have 4 or 6? 2 graduations. It's moved from Friday to Thursday that week, from the 19th to the 18th, because June 19th is a federal holiday. I also want to remind you that this year is the 274th anniversary of the reading of the Declaration of Independence in downtown Easton, and that happened on July 8th, 1776. That's why we have our fireworks later during Heritage Day, not because we save money. We do that too. That's the end of my report. Mr. Campos?
2 quick things. Number 1, just wanted to inform council that the administration's heading into union negotiations with the IAFF tomorrow. It's the fire union. So I just wanted to let you know that. If you recall, we had a 2-year contract that we put together, and now it's coming up for that renewal, so to speak. So we're going to be getting together tomorrow. And then we're going to start negotiations. The second thing I want to just bring a quick update is that while we had a lot of turnover in codes, we're making strides to get back to a staff of 8. We were down as well as I think 4 in a little less with injuries, but now we're on the verge of getting back to 8. However, with new hires, they have to get certified, so we'll still be operating under closer to a 4 complement. If you understand what I said, it takes a few weeks to a month or so to get their inspections up and running. And then the last piece is that we're making some headway. We're still interviewing candidates for the planning position, and there's some promise at the end, in the horizon, so to speak. I'll keep you guys informed.
Very good, thank you, Mr. Campos. There's no correspondence, so we'll go right into unfinished business, Madam Clerk.
Sure. Bill number 12, an ordinance amending sections of chapter 176 affordable housing.
Second.
Moved in second, discussion?
Mayor, I have a question. In section 176-3 applicability, I just want to make sure I'm reading this right. So there's A, if you want to get it on the same page, A utilizes, okay, this article applies to all any new multifamily housing developments within the city of Easton containing 10 or more dwelling units that also, and then has A, B, C, and D. A is utilizes any form of public funding, including the not limited to the redevelopment assistance capital program, semicolon, and then there's B, C, and D. Are B, C, and D the and or?
I can't see it.
Yeah. I guess I wonder if there should be an and or after B and C, or whether B, C, and D are the and or. And if that's case why this city of an or. Does that make sense? You'd only be able to understand if you're looking at it. Yeah, sorry. Oh, I just lost it. Here, so you go and or. So does that mean
Yeah.
and or B, C, and D?
B, C, and D are part of the and or.
And-
There's
And so what
RCAP,
happened?
LERTA, and any other tax, or
And-
tax incentive.
So do you think we need that or there, if it's and or B, C, or D?
Yeah,
Do you know, because there's no or here.
should be or.
So isn't it saying if it's the RAC P and one of these or one of these?
Yeah,
That's what it's saying, because a lot of times they get a RAC P and they get a LERTA. So it's if they just get the RAC P, or if they get the RAC P plus all of these, or if they don't get a RAC P, but they get one of these. So and or.
yeah,
Yeah, but she's saying
It's
there should
just-
be an or here as well.
yeah, there should be an or there,
After D?
or else eliminate this or, just to make it consistent, because here, this one's hanging there, so it's unclear. If it's,
For whatever, Michael, so we can add the or.
yeah, I know it seems,
Doesn't
it
change
seems minor, but it,
It is minor, it doesn't change the value of the
I just couldn't,
affordability.
it was hard for me to understand, like, how B, C, and D related to A.
So if I understand correctly, it would be A plus any one of the other three, is that correct?
Or by themselves. There's no combination. If they get any subsidy.
Any one of
they
those
qualify.
three, any one of those four.
Yeah,
It would be
Okay,
all
so-
four, just one of the four, one and three, the way it's listed, whatever.
so
Any
probably
subsidy.
should be an or after B then, right?
So it should probably just be or after each one. No, well, no, not after, but there should be, yeah, there should, at the end of A should just be or, and then there should be or after B.
No, A should be and or, right?
Yeah.
Or is it
And or.
and or?
Yeah, so and or, because it could be.
And then-
one.
Let's see what happens when I'm reading it, I get to B and it kind of stops. So I'm not sure if A just relates to B.
No, I
A
understand
relates to
exactly, yeah, so I think it should be, there should be an or at the end of B.
Yeah, yeah, I think that's correct.
We can add, we can just, Mike, you just make a note to add that, please.
Yeah. Or, that's not a substantive change.
No.
For the public, this creates a affordability for all of our new apartments. If they get any type of assistance from the city or the state of Commonwealth of Pennsylvania, they must put 10%.
25%
25%
allocated to the workforce housing units, or $30,000 per door.
$30,000 per door.
You
So-
would say it one more time, they must allocate 25% to what?
25% of the units for workforce housing rents.
Okay, I got it.
So
Good,
it's,
good, okay.
okay,
So if they have 100 units, they have to put 25 of them workforce, and or pay us $30,000 per door, which is $30,000 times 25. It's a lot of money, and we use that, goes into a fund for affordability.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
Any other questions?
Ready for vote?
Roll call.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mr. Graziano?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartrock Lanier?
Aye.
Mayor Panto?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Sandra Dennis?
Aye.
Mr. Pinnabone?
aye.
Are you ready to move?
Yeah, I'll run it. We'll go into new business.
Resolution approving a fourth handicap parking space at 1121 Washington Street.
So moved.
Second.
Move this as seconded discussion. No discussion, roll call.
Mr. Graziano?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartrock Lanier?
Aye.
Mayor Panto?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Sandra Dennis?
Aye.
Mr. Pinnabone?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
A resolution establishing a policy requiring the public advertisement of committee agenda items.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Roll call.
Mrs. Hartrock Lanier?
Aye.
Mayor Panto?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Sandra Dennis?
Aye.
Mr. Pinnabone?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mr. Graziano?
Aye.
A resolution accepting transfer from Humor Park Charitable Trust and create an oversight committee and segregated fund titled Humor Park City Trust.
So moved.
So, second.
Move to the second discussion.
Just for the benefit of the public, it might be helpful to talk a little bit about this.
Antonia?
Yes, how to make this simple. In the 1970s, Hugh Moore left in his will an outright gift to the city. Stan,
Sure.
pardon me. An outright gift to the city of, I believe, around $1 million at the time. At the time, the city code required that money be put into a trust, and the court appointed persons to serve as a board, create a set of bylaws, and make decisions with respect to the payment of this money to the city. The money was for the purpose of maintenance and development of Hugh Moore Park. Then the court further clarified that principal could be requested for the development of Hugh Moore Park. And since then, it was initially the Hugh Moore Parkway, I believe. Since then, the board has been guiding not only stewarding the investments, but making decisions with respect to requests from the city and just in general how this money should be spent. However, the law changed, and money of this sort was not required to be put in a separate trust. And in addition, of course, the park activities ballooned. The park was quite small and had very few needs and probably very little money required to maintain it. And now this money is really a small part of what the park needs to maintain Hugh Moore Park. At the same time that this became quite complex, the city was not allowed to serve as a board member. So although we certainly entertained reports from the city, from the well, at this point DNL, from the museum, it just seemed really that the city should be making decisions with respect to this money. If it were just a question of the board stewarding the investments and paying out the interest, one thing, but because there could be withdrawals from principal, it became difficult for us. We're not experts, and I'm sorry, I'm the secretary of the board. The president is out of the country right now. It just became very difficult for us to manage, and felt we just didn't have the expertise to make these decisions. We couldn't really put anybody from the city on the board. The cities really should be stewarding these funds and making decisions on their allocation. So the resolution, my resolution, just sets forth the fact that we would like to dissolve and pay the money to the city. Then the solicitor, prior solicitor Joel Shear, set forth this resolution, which also tells the city, well, they have to go, he's going to have to pay the court if this is approved, and ask the court to order us to pay the funds to you. And he is suggesting in that petition and in the resolution that an oversight committee from the city be appointed, with Public Works Director, I'm sorry, I can't remember exactly whom.
Finance Director.
Finance Director,
City Administrator, the Mayor, and a City Council Representative who is the Chairman of the Public Works Committee.
And so that's, if you have any questions, I'm happy to answer them.
Then it essentially, just so the public knows, it doesn't further burden the city by taking over essentially this asset, right? We're already, the city's already invested in the park, already is devoted budgetary line items to the park. So this is not suddenly this new burden is being absorbed by the city. It's essentially just an administrative change.
That's correct. We've suggested that we've been using people, Cornerstone for finance, for financial advice. They've done a wonderful job on the information of the petition. We certainly recommend that that happen, but certainly the city has advisors as well. And we just think that the city's really in the best position to make decisions about this money and steward it.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Griffin. Okay, there was a motion and a second, roll call.
Mayor Cantor,
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Sandra Dennis?
Aye.
Mr. Pinnabone?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mr. Graziano? Mrs. Hartranft Bittinger?
Aye.
A resolution approving a 3-year contract with National Fire Inspection Specialties Company.
Excuse me, before we move on, I just wanted, and that's why I was really here tonight. I found this, I was Mrs. Pine's good friend, but also her executor. And I found this lovely photograph of her and knew that at some point, the city should really have this, although I love it. I remember her and Humor, I'm that old. And this is the two of them admiring the new sign for the Humor Parkway when it was established. I don't know the exact
Great
date,
picture.
but I'd like to see it to happen, and I would like the city to place it somewhere.
We'll hang it in
the
city
park.
council chambers.
Thank you.
We got a motion, we need a second.
So,
We had a motion from Frank, I'll second it.
Roll call.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Sandra Dennis?
Aye.
Mr. Pinnabone?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Aye.
Mr. Graziano?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartranft Bittinger?
Aye.
Mayor Panto?
Aye.
A resolution authorizing execution of an agreement with BM Development for the use of dumpster pad located on Pine Street.
Second.
just so people know, the development already, they already pay the city for use of a dumpster pad. The one that they have been using, is no longer usable, so now they've selected another site that's appropriate, so. Just so people know, like, they pay us.
We're trying to make dumpster pads throughout the downtown where several businesses would use one dumpster rather than having all these cans lining the alleyway. The next area we're gonna work on is Seagrave Street.
I just want to just mention that I will be abstaining just to avoid possible conflict. Okay, my day job.
Okay, roll call.
Ms. Sandra Dennis?
Aye.
Mr. Pinnabone?
Aye.
Mrs. Rose?
Abstain.
Mr. Graziano?
Aye.
Mrs. Hartranft Bittinger?
Aye.
Mayor Panto?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye. Okay,
Introduction?
next.
Okay, we have
She-
5 bills to introduce. We're not voting, we're just introducing.
Yeah.
Okay. Bill number 14, an ordinance amending chapter 285-9, fire safety inspection, chapter 295, introduced by Mrs. Rose. Bill number 15, an ordinance amending sections of chapter 295, fire safety inspections, introduced by Mrs. Rose. Bill number 16. an
Just
ord-
introduce it.
Oh, okay.
So introduced.
Bill number 16, an ordinance amending sections 560-54C, parking restrictions for street cleaning, introduced by, Ms. Sandra Dennis.
So introduced.
Bill number 17, an ordinance amending section 560-56.1, parking restrictions for trash pickup.
So introduce it. I briefly want to say, that these are really, Councilman Pinnabone initiatives, on Spruce Street, so kudos to him for recognizing, city, residents' concerns on the West Ward and developing an ordinance to try to solve, some traffic issues there.
Thank you for helping.
Bill number 18, an ordinance amending Article 5 of firefighters' pension plan.
So introduce. All right, now we're at the place for public comment on any item concerning the city of Easton.
Mayor, could you please tell me if you had any chance to inspect that area on Second Street to see if you can put another meter in?
I was by there last night, but I didn't get out of the car. I need to get out of the car and check it.
Okay.
Talking in front of,
American Printing.
American Printing.
Yeah. That's broken.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Good evening, Mayor and members of City Council. My name is Brent Gilligan. I live at 147 South 4th Street. I'm standing before you tonight to ask for clarification on the legality, fairness, and enforcement of our downtown public right-of-ways. Over the last few years, this administration has made it clear that street parking in Easton is a finite premium. City Council has raised parking meter rates, heavily penalized code violations, and restricted residential parking permits for tax-paying citizens under the banner of managing our downtown congestion. Yet on any given day, residents witness a striking double standard. Multiple marked vehicles belong to Easton Housing Authority, regularly parked. This is on Michael J. Cowrie Place, completely bypassing our local parking system. I was there at one moment when the parking authority was walking by, told me, look at their license plate, I can't ticket them. You know, to be specific, there's 3 distinct vehicles there daily, with the agency's printed name on the side. It's a Ford Escape, Ford Ranger, and a Toyota RAV4. The Easton Housing Authority is an independent public corporation. It is not an arm of the Easton municipal government. Its staff are not city employees, and its operations are completely separate from this council's direct oversight. It is a fundamental administrative double standard that tax-paying residents face steep fees and aggressive enforcement to park outside their own homes, while an outside authority uses our municipal infrastructure as a personal overnight parking lot for free. Pennsylvania municipal law permits cities to regulate public right-of-ways for public safety and uniform order, not to grant structural parking privileges to non-municipal agencies at the expense of local citizens. If the Easton Housing Authority vehicles are exempt from local parking laws, I ask council tonight, under what exact legal framework, lease, or reciprocal agreement is this exemption authorized? And if so, and if no such legal exemption exists, why is our parking enforcement treating these outside agency vehicles of the tax-paying citizens who live here? Thank you.
You say they're parking on the street, not in a parking lot?
Oh, every night. He goes by, tickets people, and never tickets them. I asked him the one night, I said, oh, look at their license plate. So, there's an empty parking lot right behind him, every night. There's a one vehicle parking lot.
Clarification, are you saying parking spots that are not being paid for?
They're on the meters, on the street,
Okay.
on meters, never is there a meter paid, never. And there's an empty parking lot right behind with one electric vehicle parked there, that's it.
What street did you say?
I'm sorry? Corey Place.
Between Harlan and Walker House. I agree.
We agree. We're having issues with the housing authority that are being resolved. I put Lewis Campus on the board, so that'll get rectified.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for bringing it to our attention.
Anyone else like to address city council? Yes.
Gene Perla, my wife Sandra, we live on College Hill. Is Lafayette Street a town street?
It's a state street.
It's a state street. Well, we were on a short vacation up in Connecticut a few days ago, and driving around, there were a lot of patches on the road that were beautiful and smooth. Coming up 611, is anyone familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yes, and that will be rectified. They'll mill it and pave it. That's the UGI.
What a mess.
Oh, yeah, it is a mess.
Yeah.
The mayor, it's just a little news on that. It's, the water authority is also gonna be putting in a new line going up Lafayette Street. So it's gonna be worse.
Before it gets better.
Before it gets better. We're talking about maybe a year. It's really bad.
Louis, my understanding from our public works director is they don't know if that project's gonna happen. And if it does, it won't be till 27.
Yeah, right now, think of the worst, because I live there, and I can't stand the road. So, I mean, I'm the city administrator, so I can talk to the director on when he's gonna repave that road, but it's not the city. We're at the mercy right now of UGI and the Water Authority, who are contemplating the plan, for how they're gonna route, some new pipe. Now, initially, they were gonna go on Burke Street, so it was gonna be circuitous, and that just turned out to be, that would have been more of a disaster. It's already a headache. So as far as I'm concerned, I'm on it, because I wanna see it, that's the way I go home every day, including for lunch. And my car is, the shocks are just getting destroyed. So trust me, I hear you, I'm on that one.
Gee, they started Northampton Street today, building it.
I'm sorry,
They started Northampton Street today, and that is really bad, they're doing from 6th to 7th Street. So,
okay, well, that was the easy one.
oh, that was the easy one?
Okay. And probably this one's come up before, but we're renters on College Hill. And my wife just turned 87, I'm 86 years old. And I found out about a 20% discount on the trash pickup. But it says the applicants must be 65 years old, own and reside in the residence. We reside, and we're over 65, but we don't own it. I don't think that's fair.
Well, we'll look into that. That's a good point.
Thank you.
That was easy too. That was easy too.
It's not resolved, but it's easy.
Not, well, no, but the mayor said he'll look into it.
All right, well, I'll think
It
about it.
doesn't,
next
yeah, right,
week.
it doesn't sound fair.
That's not my job.
Oh, anyone else? David?
I complained last meeting, in Moore Park, mile 64.5. They went out and fixed one of the trees down and run it the road, it still hasn't been fixed. Every time it rains, you're walking through 4 to 6 inches of water. Where is that? In Moore Park. D&L Trail, mile 64.5, right at the 64.5 sign. There's 4 trees that went down, took the bank out, the city fixed one, I fixed 2, and there's still a third one where the path is only 2 foot wide. It's been that way for 4 years. Can we get it fixed?
Okay, we'll look into that too. 4 trees are down and 2 were taken care of.
The city fixed 1, I fixed 2.
So there's 1 left.
So there's 1 left. And there's also some ruts that need stone. My other complaint is build over the road in Line Street. If anyone wants to go see the bag of cement that's laying in the crosswalk where you would cross the street, that's been there since the first day the city shut down COVID. I think it's time to get it out of there. That's all I have for today.
I had one more thing, sorry.
I don't know how I would present this, but as far as, taking some of the burden off of, parking for, people that are, within, the city with its own meter parking. Is it possible, or can I suggest something as far as, with using the app, is it possible to get some kind of reduction for residents? I know if it's $3 an hour, if you're a resident, you sign up for the app to get it, let's say for $2 an hour, or some kind of, something to, it's one thing if people come in there that, for festivals and they park, but people that have no other place to park and have to pay, that kind of money, I'm actually paying in the Fourth Street garage, but I still have to walk across the street, and now with what they just built there, it's harder to find a spot in there, and I gotta just jump out and run into my place real quick. It's, just something that would ease the burden for residents. Thank you.
Okay. And also, we're doing next year's budget now, so it wouldn't take place the next year.
No, it's just a suggestion, I don't know, so, thank you.
Anyone else? Mr. Pitto?
Mayor, in March, I talked to you about the pools. We were gonna look into it. The pools are open now, Eddyside. We need to provide some type of trolley or something to get Westport residents and Southside to Eddyside. It's not safe to walk. A lot of people don't drive. It's just, we talked about it, but we need to do something to provide transportation.
Okay, Mr. Campos and I will look into that tomorrow.
Thank you, Mayor.
We know that Heil Pool's closure for next year is gonna be hard on people on South Side. We know that, and we should look into something. So, not that I'm against transportation, it's just that it's very costly.
I absolutely agree. If it was easy to walk there for downtown and south side of Westwood residents along 611, you know, we did it as kids, but it's a different thing. You know, I just hate to see families not be able to take advantage of it because our pool is being worked on. Maybe if we can't do it every day, but maybe 2 days a week or something.
Anyone else? Any council members? Okay,
I will make a motion to adjourn, Mayor.
move to adjourn.
Second.
Seconded, roll call.
Mrs. Rose? Aye. Mr. Graziano? Aye. Mrs. Whittinger?
Aye.
Mayor Panto?
Aye.
Mr. Brown?
Aye.
Ms. Sandra